What's going on, everybody? This is JVB from the Post Game Report podcast and talkingaboutgames.com. Here I have an iPad Air 2. Recently bought it. Well, not recently. It's a few months old. Never did a review on it. If you're curious, I did own the original iPad when it first came out. People were calling it a huge iPod Touch, underestimating the impact that the iPad platform could have in the industry or in our everyday lives. Not that I'm some type of prophet or anything, but I was really impressed with the potential of the iPad, and so I bought it, and here I am with the latest iteration of the iPad. Now, I did skip I skipped previous generations of the iPad, but I'm back and I'm really impressed with the iPad 2. It's, the same operating system. Well, this one I have iOS 9.2, I believe. It's in beta form. So I want to demonstrate something that I was looking forward to for quite some time. But what makes the Apple product so appealing, and that includes the iPhone 6 or most of the iPhones, what makes every Apple brand so appealing is the fact that the software and the hardware exist as one. Now, what I mean by that, you can have a million Android phones, but when the latest Android operating system comes out, chances are it's not going to work as flawlessly as it would, let's say, a Nexus. Nexus phones are created by Google. Those are their flagship phones. That is the purest Android device you can get in the market, even though Google doesn't build it, the hardware. But when it comes to Android devices, let's say Lollipop, when it comes to Android, a Nexus is probably the purest Android experience you're going to get. There's no bloatware. Everything is meant to work on that device. And the same thing applies to Apple devices. Their operating system is aimed at the specific hardware that is currently new. In this case, we have the iPhone 6 Plus, the iPhone 6, the iPad Air 2, so on and so on. So that is why you get a seamless experience. You can give an iPhone to a little kid at the age of 3. I might be over-exaggerating a little bit. But at a very young age, you'll find that kids or adults who aren't really tech-savvy, they're capable of navigating around an iPad or an iPhone very easily. But anyway, this is, as I stated, let me go to About, and you can see that, let me see, 9.0 is in beta form, and the reason why I did it was so I can experience dual application capability. Now, I love my technology, so here I am at BestBuy.com. I don't work for Best Buy. I'm not sponsored by them, but you found me. So, like the Surface RT, which I own the Surface Pro, but the RT is aimed at it's a pure tablet experience, whereas the Pro is more of a laptop replacement. But one thing that I really enjoyed about the Surface RT and the Note phones, the Note 3, I believe from the Note 2 up to the Note 4, which is the current one, you have the capability of running 2 applications at the same time. So here I have my mail, which I don't want you guys to see, and so I replaced it with my calendar. So I have, on the left side, I have Safari, and I have the Apple Calendar. So I can, as I'm browsing for a deal here, I can, browse, blah, blah, blah. If I want to check my calendar real quick, I swipe to the left from the edge, check what I got to check, by the way, happy 4th of July, everyone. So let's say I want to keep this here. I tap on the center border right here, or I tap on the center of the border, and now I have them both side to side. I can space them out or size them the way I want. And if I want to keep one full screen, I just swipe all the way, and then I can do the same thing here. Not that I'm going to read a book with that size window, but you get the idea. So the problem I have, and by the way, if you want to switch to another app, just swipe down and you'll scroll. So let's say I have a message, somebody's texting me, and they say, what are we supposed to do on, blah, 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 4th of July. I'll look at the calendar real quick. I'll let them know, or I can take a screenshot and send it directly to them via the message. So this is nothing new. We've seen this on phones. We've seen this on other tablets, but it's nice to finally have this capability on an iPad. Currently, it's only available on the iPad 2. I'm not sure if it's available on the iPad Air, on the iPad Air 2, but I'm not sure if it's available on the iPad Mini 3. I'm not 100% sure. I have to find out. But one thing I don't like, now if you're in a third-party app and you, for example, let's go to Gmail, and I do the same thing. Hopefully I don't have anything personal here. So let's say I want to use YouTube or something like that. I can't. And let's say I want to do the same thing where I want my messages to be available as I'm browsing on Chrome, which is a third-party app. I can't do it. Let me just bring up reminders. Let's do books again. So now you don't see the border. You see that it's a separate box, but you don't see that little darkened line here. Whereas if it was a stock app, a la the, let's see, messages right here, now you see the border, and now I can click there. It sucks to have big fat fingers. It really does. But unfortunately, you guys saw me. Okay, there we go. So you get the idea. Like if I'm watching YouTube, I'm not going to be able to watch YouTube and have an application open at the same time. But what I can do is I can go to Safari, and this is also new on 9.0. So let's say I go to Safari and I go to YouTube. See, it opened it did what I didn't want it to do, which was, I wanted to go to the, let me see, I don't want it to open the app. See, it's asking me, sometimes it will automatically open the app. I want it to go to the damn website. There we go. So I'm on the website. Let's put on the video. And let's go to one of my videos, actually. So as I'm watching, I'll put the volume down, so this way it's not. So as I'm watching here, what's up, everybody? Let me lower this again. I apologize. As I'm watching, I can once again go to a different application, and I'll still have on the left hand side YouTube playing. If it was, let's say, the YouTube application, excuse me, and I swipe to the left to open up a new application, it would stop. The video would stop. But on Safari, it continues to play, and I can have another application opened and continue to listen on Safari, which is kind of what I wanted. So at first I was a little disappointed. Thanks to some people at macrumors.com, I was able to find out that, you know, we can still, with Safari, have YouTube on one side and another application on the other. And of course with Safari, if I want, I can still browse while the audio is playing. The audio from the video is still playing. So you're getting some multi-features or multi-app features on the iPad Air 2. And you know what? Something's better than nothing. So far, based on this beta, it is a welcome addition. It works. There's some jumping through hoops to get certain things a la YouTube to work along with the additional apps on the side. Hopefully they fix it when the full version comes out. I'm not sure. We'll find out this month when there's an open beta for 9.0 or 9.0, excuse me. But that's that. That's a quick run through of the new iOS 9.0 on the Apple iPad Air 2. So, until next time, I'm JVB. Talk to you guys later.